Legacy. That word brings many potential definitions to mind. How would you define your legacy? What will you do to leave your mark on our organization, our fellow brothers, or your community? Tonight I have the honor of presenting a James E. West Fellowship to someone who so far has left quite a legacy here in Coosa Lodge. This person's legacy of service goes back to the early 2000s. He served our order at every level: chapter, lodge, section, region, and national. He's been a chapter chief and a lodge chief, and he's been a region and national level committee advisor to youth, creating brands and newsletters and designs for our events. He's served our council for many years on summer camp staff and as well as the professional staff. He's been a mentor, a brother, and a friend to many. The James E. West Fellowship is a gift of $1,000 to the council's endowment fund. The Coosa Lodge has, for about the last 10 years, provided this gift to honor an airman who has given service to the lodge and council. There's no specific set of criteria for selecting a recipient. The $1,000 gift goes into an account where it will gain interest for the endowment, and that interest each year goes towards helping fund the scouting program in the Greater Alabama Council, thereby supporting the scouting program in perpetuity in honor of the recipient. This recipient's legacy is still being written. However, his mark on our lodge is ever present in everything we do. I've mentioned that this recipient has always paid attention to the details and the presentation. The first memory I have of this goes back to a chapter meeting in Nunahee, which is Vulcan District. He was the chapter chief at the time. It was about 2003, I believe. We show up to the meeting, and he has a Kinko's folder, and he pulls out the meeting agendas on this nice high gloss paper, full color. We probably spent about $30 on the agendas for the meeting, but by golly, they were the nicest agendas ever at an OA chapter meeting. But in all seriousness, this person has assisted with and been responsible for many of our Coosa Lodge productions. As a part of Coosa shows, he's also been a major part of our conclave shows the last several years, which I can tell you are second to none. His work, talent, and efforts are seen at every lodge event. In a more important role, this brother has served as our lodge staff advisor for the last several years. In this role, he's had the ability to mentor countless youth, and he's ensured that our lodge has the financial capability of hosting events and taking trips such as those to the 2012 and 2015 NOACs. He's also been able to organize several efforts when our brothers have unfortunately passed away, much like you saw recently with our fundraising efforts here in the lodge. I don't think any of us can truly appreciate how hard he has worked in this role and how much time he's had to spend away from his family performing his job. As many of you have come to find out, he's going to a new phase in his life, and he's transitioning to new work with Church of the Highlands. In this role, he'll be helping to develop content for the church's Sunday services, and he'll be serving a new body of brothers. His brothers in Christ is his full-time job. While he may be leaving us in this role, we know that this is not the end of his service to our lodge, but it is the end of this chapter. I can think of no one more deserving for us to honor this evening than our staff advisor, my good friend, our brother, Joey Kiker. The moon is hot.
Now at this time, I'd like to call upon Mr. Patrick Yim for a special presentation.